Okay, gents, let's now focus on some breaking news from across the Premier League. Tottenham Hotspur have had a very serious COVID-19 outbreak. Their game against Rennes in the Europa Conference League has been postponed. They have 13 cases in total. Antonio Conte, the manager, has confirmed 8 players, 5 coaching staff. And this is a developing situation all the time. But Antonio Conte gave a very emotional press conference. He had some really strong words to say about maybe getting told to play the game in the Europa Conference League, which has since been postponed. He spoke before that. And Antonio Conte said, it's a serious problem. Everyone is a bit scared. I'm quoting him here. People have families. Why do we have to take this risk? This is my question. Today we had 2 positives, and tomorrow, who else? I think it's not right for everyone. We have contact with our families. This situation is serious. There's a big infection, and now for sure, we're a bit scared because we don't know what is going to happen. So now what we know that has happened is their game against Rennes has been called off. There are reports from many outlets, including the London Evening Standard, that Tottenham are in talks with the Premier League and Brighton and Hove Albion about that game at Brighton being postponed at the weekend. So again, this is all amid the Omicron cases here in the UK rising. Extra restrictions have been put in place by the UK government just before we came on air to film, that COVID passes will be needed at stadiums, more restrictions about working from home where possible, travel restrictions here in the UK. So it certainly seems like it's a very fluid situation. And obviously Tottenham, they're at the forefront of this in the Premier League with several cases at their training ground, which they've now had to close in the first team areas to try and contain this outbreak of COVID-19. So over at Pro Soccer Talk on NBCSports.com, we'll keep you updated with all the latest news on this outbreak at Tottenham. Fingers crossed it improves in the coming days. But as I said, this is a situation that's so fluid and changing all the time. But UEFA and Tottenham have worked it out that they will not play against Rennes in midweek. And let's see what happens now with Tottenham against Brighton at the weekend for their Premier League game. But most importantly, let's hope all the players and staff and their families are making a speedy recovery and getting over this, because obviously it's a very, very fluid situation when it comes to COVID-19 and this outbreak at Tottenham. As I said, we'll keep you updated, all the latest from Spurs as Antonio Conte and his players work through this.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch highlights all season long, and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend at 7 a.m. Eastern. And for even more content, head over to Peacock, where we've got live games, original series and a dedicated round-the-clock Premier League channel featuring studio shows, classic matches and much more.